Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory. We give you peace. We give you honor. We give you blessing. We give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you. The fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name. Ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. It's one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. I'm so glad that you joined me this morning on this fine day. Y'all, today it's Friday. We are at the end of the week. Can you believe that? It is Friday, December the 3rd in the year 2021. And so you could almost say 2021 is over, y'all. We are just wrapping it up and winding it down and getting ready to move on into 2022. Got a few days left and the holiday is here. I'm so glad that you all thought well to come in this morning and just chit chat with me, because it's always a great time coming in here and talking with you. Now, you know how we get it started. We always like to thank you for hosting the stream, BTD Mom, Nathan Lamont, everybody else out there that's hosted the stream. I want to appreciate you and say thank you. Now, you know how we get started. We always like to talk about who it is that got their lips, hips, and fingertips in Grandpa Holmes's chair. And so let's get started with that on this morning in the VIP section. Listen, so the second runner-up to Grandpa Holmes's chair, truck driver, you get your lips, hips, and fingertips over there on that love seat, because yes, you got in here and you got in line, and now it's time for you to be seated in your chair. Now we look and we see who is the first runner up. Yes, you were close. You were so close, but as they used to say back in the day, so close, but yet so far. The first runner-up to Grandpa Holmes's chair that's going to get a space and a place on that love seat is BTD Mom, otherwise known as Anita Harvey. Yes, you are the other person on the love seat this morning. Girl, you were close, girl. You were close. You were close. Oh my goodness, I looked at those times and y'all not playing in the Lions Den. Congratulations to you, sis. You're gonna get there. She used to be our consummate reigning queen. She had no competition. But listen, competition came from everywhere. And I mean to tell you, they've been cutting up in here. Now let's get to the grand prize winner. Yes, the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair is none other than Kim Possible 711. Yes, Kim Possible 711. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair. You did that, Kim Possible. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you and everybody. Listen, I want you to know, Miss Fabulous, I'm gonna give you honorable mention, because you've been coming in, you've been getting in Grandpa Holmes's room there, but you just haven't made it yet. But keep trying, Miss Fabulous. Keep trying. Because one day you're going to get your lips, hips, and your fingertips in Grandpa Holmes's chair. I appreciate you guys. You guys just make this so beautiful and so wonderful. I enjoy every morning I get up and I'm trying to see who is in Grandpa Holmes's chair. I mean that. I get up trying to see who got their lips, hips, and fingertips in Grandpa Holmes's chair. Now, the subscriber of the week the person that she's already started giving biddies this morning, and we haven't even gotten started yet. The subscriber of the week, because that's how she does it. The subscriber of the week is none other than Sheila Miles, otherwise known as SK8843. Thank you so much, sis. You are the subscriber of the week, and we appreciate you. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the gifted subs. And thank you for everything that you do above and beyond. And most importantly, I appreciate your presence here in the Lion's Den. I love y'all. I really, really do. Now, I also got to stop and give it up because I have the best mods in the world. I want to give it up for Shelly Thunder. Yes, Shelly Thunder is an awesome moderator here in the Lion's Den, and I appreciate her for all that she does. And you know, up above my head, I hear thunder in the air. There must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. So I appreciate you, Shelly. I appreciate you. All kinds of mod love going out to you. Also, we have the Rebel Inc. Yes, that's my day one. That's my Ace Boon Coon. That is the keeper of the Holy Grail. This girl is faithful, and she has, that's right, get that mod love up there. She has and always does a marvelous job, has a marvelous spirit, has a marvelous heart, and I appreciate her for leading our moderators out here in these here Twitch streets and abroad. And of course, last but certainly not least, I call her the Quiet Storm because she makes a difference in the atmosphere just by being in the room. Michelle Browno. These are our three beautiful mods. They do an awesome job. All kind of mod love coming. All kinds of mod love coming to you guys. And once more and again, thank you, and we appreciate y'all. We really do. We couldn't do what we do without you. And I want you to know, every day they're on their job. Every day they're out there and they're communicating back and forth one with another to make sure the stream is right, to make sure that everything, as far as trolls and all of those other things that try to come in, baby, they handle my business. They handle our business in the Lion's Den, and I appreciate them on this Fresh Start Friday. Now let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Let's get this party moving forward. Because listen, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Now, before I move forward, I do want to stop just real briefly. I got some special prayer requests on today. So we're praying for Nancy Jackson, who's in the hospital, had a procedure on yesterday. So we got prayers going up for Nancy. Also, Bishop Ronald B. Andrews, y'all know that's my friend. He is back in the hospital. We are praying for him and praying for his speedy recovery and for his healing. So we're sending up prayers there. We're still praying for Kim Possible, 7-Eleven's mother, who had a procedure on the other week, and we're just praying that God would continue to lay his hands on her and continue to heal her body and bring and restore her back to full health. Of course, we're praying for MCP 812 as she's on a brand new journey. All kind of prayers going up for her. And yes, we're praying for the Rebel Inc. We want her back and restored to full health as well. Just keep praying for her. God is doing miracle signs and wonders. And so we care about everybody that's in the Lion's Den. It's not just a matter of you coming in and sitting down and participating in the conversation. We care about your welfare. We care about your family's welfare, and we are praying for you. So prayers going up, prayers going up, prayers going up. And I just wanted to call their names. A lot of times we just keep right on flowing and going. But today I just wanted to stop and put every last one of those prayer requests on your heart so we can pray collectively together throughout the day and in the days ahead. Because listen, we know that healing is the children's bread, and we want God's children healed. And we're praying for you, Kim Possible, too, in the care of your mother. You caretaking, the same with Stacy 546. Caretaking is a ministry. Caretaking takes and requires a lot of patience, a lot of energy, a lot of grace from God, a lot of mental, emotional, physical strength sometimes. So we're just praying for all you guys, and just love you so much. Love you so much. And we're praying. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lacking, and you know how we do it up in here. STL has to have a little music going on this journey. So let's get this party crack-a-lackin'. Let's get some music going. And here we go. Good morning. Now, everybody get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. You know how we do it over here. We take it no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tell it how it T-I-Z-T-is. With that, I want to say good morning, Mel Holiday. Let's roar, sis. Good morning, Stacy 546. Good morning, SK8843. I see your coffee cups. I want to say good morning to BTD Mom. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anita Harvey. Good morning, Sheila Miles. I see you. The gift, Nathan Lamont. Good morning to Suddenly. Oh, don't play with me, baby. Don't play with me. And Suddenly. That's that. Y'all know that's my word. I see you. I see you. I see you. Good morning, Nancy Jackson. All kind of mad love right back to you. And again, prayers for speedy recovery. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yaggin Plays. Yaggin Plays. Come on. Thank you for following and welcome to the Lion's Den. To the Rebel Inc., I want to say good morning to you. Come through. Cassandra Isaiah, good morning to you, sis. The gift, Nathan Lamont. I love you, man. You know I love you. That's my squalling, baby. Come on in the Lion's Den. Squall one time for me, would you please? Just one good squall is all I need. Good morning, Tall Pumps. And she's pumping tall, y'all. She's pumping tall. Come on in the room, fam. Hugs and love to you. Right back at you, sis. Kim Possible 711. I always say anything's possible when Kim Possible is in the room. Oh, thank heaven for 711. That's our pastor from the ATL. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I think I got Anita Harvey. I think I got you. I think I can't. Kai Chick. I can't forget you, sis. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den, and your support means the world to me. I appreciate you, and we love you up in here, sis. Thank you for coming. Now, I'm looking, and listen, I'm looking and I'm booking, and I'm trying to see, did I get everybody? I'm flying through here, y'all. Let me take one quick look over here and see, did I miss anybody? Michelle Browno, I see you. I tell you, that's my quiet storm. That's my quiet storm. I appreciate you, sis. So much mad love coming out there to you. So much mad love. And thank you for all you do everywhere, because you're a blessing everywhere you go. I just want you to know that. Yes, now, Mel, come on through. I appreciate everybody that's in the room. I hope that I did not miss anybody, because I love every last one of you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And some of you all are out there lurking. I'm not going to call you out alert, but I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lackin'. Now, today, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to spend a little less time probably on While We Slumbered, Slept, and Slobbered. And I just want to talk to you about a few key concepts on this Fresh Start Friday. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh, come through. Oh, my goodness. She gave a 5-piece chick. Thank you. Oh, man. 440 Shorty, come on in the Lion's Den. You are a part. Keisha Key, you are a part. Listen, Kai Chick has subbed, and please, for those that gift you a subscription, please be so kind as to say a good thank you in appreciation for those gifted subs. Miss Robin, welcome to the Lion's Den. Kai Chick came through with that 5-piece, Rebel. She came through with the 5-piece. Good morning, Risha Jones. I see you, sis. That's my sis. I love you so much. Come on in the Lion's Den and let's have some conversation this morning. I tell you what, thank you, Kai Chick. You are just a blessing in the Lion's Den. Now, you may not want to join in the conversation. You may want to just audit, and that's okay. You want to sit out there and listen and observe as we have a chat in here. But I always like to encourage you to know you're definitely welcome to come into the chat from wherever you're viewing, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitch. You're definitely welcome to come, or Discord. You're definitely welcome to come on in and join the chat. Now let's get this party crack-a-lackin' and let's get to talking about what had happened was, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, what had happened happened was there were a few things that we're going to talk about this morning, and then we're going to move on to what I feel are probably some more profitable conversations. But we'll go through a few things that happened while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Yes, please share the stream. Please host the stream for those of you that would. You guys have been doing a magnificent job, and you are really, the algorithm, we're just climbing up Jacob's ladder, and it's because of you guys. You guys are doing that thing. I see your coffee cup, Kai Chick. I see your coffee cup. Come through, come through, come through. Now, coronavirus is back in the news today, and so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I will say this. I got wind and received a phone call on yesterday that one of my dears has contracted COVID, and then during the middle of the night, I found out the whole entire family has tested positive with COVID. So I just want y'all to know it's out there. It's out there. Good morning, Tall Pumps. Thank you for hosting that stream. I appreciate you. So I just want you to be aware. We're not going to make a big issue of it, but please, please, please do your protocol if you would. Get your 6 feet. And I think sometimes what happens is as we kind of let our guard down amongst our family members, you never know who has come in contact with somebody that might have it. And so we let our guards down in the household. And at the end of the day, I'm praying for all my family. They're my friends, but they're my family because they're like family to me. I want every last one of them to come out and come through alive and well. So I just want to put that out there. It is again on the rise. The story that came out this morning is that the airports are again beginning to go back through a stricter regimen with regard to people being able to come and fly because the numbers are creeping right back up. And they are actually beginning in LA. They're talking about closing the borders unless they have a very, very strict and stringent testing before they get on that plane. So please know that it's out there. Not going to take you back into a mindset of definitely, I don't want you all to be traumatized and fearful. Just be careful. Wear your mask if you would. Again, follow those protocols. Wash your hands. Wash your dirty hands. You can pick up a little bit of anything anywhere, and you never know what's on the surface. So please, 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 and praying for my friends as well, praying for that whole entire family. Needless to say, I was a little disturbed when I got the additional notification in the middle of the night that everybody was positive. So let's just keep praying. Sweet Jamaica is in the room. Come through, sis. Good morning to you, and so glad to have you in here. So that's in the news while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Now, also, while you guys were getting your sleep on, good morning, Teresa Jones. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing in it, sis, and we're glad in it. This is a fresh start Friday, and it's just good to be alive. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm happy to be here. Federal funding, y'all, was a topic last night while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, because whether you realize it or not, there was a threat once more and again of a governmental shutdown. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like they need to enact something to stop that kind of foolishness. Of course, you know, there are powers that be that would love to see and have a shutdown. But at the end of the day, as has been said so many times over, for the government to shut down and default on its loan and default on its payments would be for traumatically weakening to the government around the world, not just here in the United States, but around the world. It would have almost what I'll call a domino effect and have tremendous, listen, Mel, they won't work anyway. You have a whole season of elected officials that have not worked. All they've done is been obstructionists. All they've done is oppose this, oppose that with no work. Then on the same hand, I don't know of those on the other side of the aisle. I'm almost like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? And in the midst thereof, I don't need to go through a lot of who shot John. Also, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they started talking about the fact that Manchin is now, even though this has passed, he's now saying that as far as any forward movement further, it appears that he may once more and again be an obstructionist unless they pare the numbers down, because he's looking for any fake, any phony, any hidden dollars and money that's in there. He wants all of that pared out, and he wants it down to just a little taste of change. Now, this is what I want to say about that. You know, now these millionaires that are supposedly working for us in the Capitol and seemingly unable to handle our business, these folks are millionaires and billionaires, you know, and you are going to argue with me over you want to see this little package whittled down to, I think he said 1.1, here it is, 1.75. He wants it down. He's going to ensure it doesn't cost any more than 1.75 trillion. He wants it whittled back. He wants it whittled down. You know, I got to go here. I just have to go here. And this is for Joe Manchin. Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. You know, you're talking about for a whole country, for a whole nation, and you want to see pittance, you want to see pennies given to the people in the country that need the money, that need the attention. You want to see that whittled down to nothing. Listen, I need you guys that are up here making all of this money, and let me go ahead and unshade, because you know I don't just throw shade, I shed light. You know, at the end of the day, if you consider, Stacy, who is this guy? Who is this guy? This man is a complete unknown, other than the fact that the way we are currently split and divided up, and because we don't have a super majority, we're so close, and it takes our vice president to give us the other vote that we need to push us ahead when all the Democrats stand together, and that's needing all the Democrats to stand together. He has amassed this power, and he has turned into what he thinks is God's gift to the world and super God. So I'm so sick of him, I don't know what to say. And that's not just with regard to being partisan. I feel like, I don't care which side it is, no one person, no one individual should be able to wield this much power to either be the person to say yay or nay by that single person's voice. This is an area that needs to be addressed. This is an area that needs to be corrected, because it's out of sync, it's completely off, and nobody in any given situation, in any given scenario, should be able to wield this much power to hold everybody else at bay and do whatever you want to do at will. It's like this man says whether or not we gonna go up, down, in, out, back, forth. This man is like he's got more power than the president. And it is absolutely irritating that he has the ability to sway the whole works of Congress, the whole works of the government. This one man, it's out of control. So some little wannabe. The devil is built like a Mack truck. Mel, who else is looking at the devil but you? Everybody else is looking at the devil and it's me. But no, this is our pole dancing viewer. You're sitting here looking at the devil talking about he looked like a Mack truck. Mel, could it be? This is for you, Mel. Could it be?
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
Ain't nobody but you, Mel, sitting up here looking at the devil's body. SK, shade. Manchin didn't mind. Let me unshade. As Manchin didn't mind paying for his Maserati, you're just saying, I got you, girl. I got you. Maserati on display, but you want to make sure that there's no extra money in this package that's being padded for the American people. And it's our money. That's the thing I want you to always hold in the forefront of your mind. They're arguing and saying they don't want to spend money on us when it's our money. That's the part that takes me out. In addition to the fact that many of these wealthy people, many of these millionaires and billionaires that are fighting and arguing over our money that came from our tax dollars, they're not paying their fair share. But you want to say how this money's getting spent. It's just dastardly. This current system that we have, it's just dastardly, and it needs to be revamped, reworked, redone all the way around. Stacey, he came out of nowhere, and now he's running everything. And so at the end of the day, he is fully enjoying this power that this scenario, that this situation has created. He's fully enjoying this moment of power that he has. And I'm sick of it. And I'm going to say it again. I feel like if we're going to talk about how we need to address our government system, these are things that we need to look at because it needs to be changed. And at the end of the day, we're not trying to have this scenario repeat itself. But it is what it is right now, Stacey. And nobody knows and nobody knew Joe Manchin before the parties got split up the way they were. And when he came out and realized the power that he had, oh boy, it has been just an absolute disaster. So at the end of the day, you know, we're being held hostage by this gentleman. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. I really, really am. You want to know who's pulling the strings that let him run everything? Well, you know, that's a good question, Stacey. And part of it is from the system, but at the same time, and the way the system, as I said, played out in the split up of the two parties, and unfortunately, I would have to say, in my opinion, and come on, get your coffee cup out, get your coffee cup out, get your coffee cup out, because you know how I do it. No cream, no sugar. I tells it like it tis. In my opinion, you know, when you look at all the dark money that's flowing and all the dark money that's going on in the government system right now, which needs to be stopped, you don't know who's calling the shots and who's running the thing. And in my opinion, he's not a Democrat anyway. I've always had an issue. Good morning, Stacey Blessed One. Come through. It's good to see you. Stacey Blessed One is a streamer. And if you're not following her, I want you to follow her. She had an awesome stream on yesterday. It was just beautiful. I love you, sis. I loved your testimony that you shared and being transparent. This is my girl. I always go for folks that are transparent and real. And that would be Stacey Blessed One. Welcome to the Lion's Den this morning. Kai Chick, I see your coffee cup. This is the thing, you know, we need to get beyond this place and space of allowing an individual. Oh, did I hit the wrong? I must have hit that somewhere. Let me get that out. I'm not having call in today, y'all, but but I guess you can call me. But at the end of the day, I want us to understand that when we have a system that allows one individual to wield so much power, we got to really, really pay attention. We got to pay attention to that, in my opinion. That has got to go. It's just got to go. So at the end of the day, I feel like it needs to be revamped. I feel like, that's what I was getting ready to say before I got cut off by this phone number that's up here. I really have to say, I feel some kind of way, y'all, about people that start really, if you will, as a one party on one side, and then all of a sudden you just switch and go over to the other side. I feel like that's suspicious. I feel like it needs to go. I feel like, that ain't no ma'am, no sir. If you're on one party line and you just jump up, and I feel like some of them are doing that so that they can win races. And at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm saying, no, sir, you are not. You absolutely positively are not a Democrat. There's nothing in your behavior. There's nothing in your voting. There's nothing in your posturing that speaks to you being any way, shape, or form a Democrat. So it's like, why? Why and how do you just wake up one day and you realize if I run as this particular party, I'm not going to win? Oh, I woke up today and now I'm a member of the other side. I don't like that whole scenario anyway. So there was a whole lot of that has gone on, y'all. A whole lot of that has gone on. And I feel like we need to address that. I feel like we need to stop that. And all this party jumping, I'm not for it. I don't feel it. And I feel like it puts us in the position that we're in right now, where you have people running as the opposing party member when they have no intention of really participating as the other party. So these are things, Stacey, that I'm looking at and saying, okay, we need to fix it. We need to correct it, because it's a hot mess right now. It really is. It's a hot mess right now. And I just feel like it's an area, once again, and I'm not trying to me, he's posing as a Democrat, Kai Chick, and I don't even really think he's trying to pose. I'm gonna say he ran as a Democrat, but he's acting like a Republican all day long. So this is some of what I'm speaking about, when you can just automatically, according to whatever party is the strongest, change your party affiliation. I don't think you should be able to change your party affiliation like that. That's my opinion. This is Yes You OQ. It's been a strategic plan for a while, BTD Mom, and they've been doing it. They've been doing it very effectively. If they feel like they're in a place that's getting ready to go another color, and that's on both sides. That's not just on one side of the political party. That's on both sides. And I think it's something that needs to stop all the way around. So thank you, Kim Possible, for hosting the stream. I appreciate you, sis. I feel like it needs to stop. I feel like we need to address it. I feel like we need to look at it for what it is and make this thing right. So that's the thing, and that is in the news while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, y'all. That was in the news that we're definitely dealing with. Manchin this morning coming out, and he's saying he's feeling some kind of way. He's feeling some kind of way about this whole scenario about the money that has passed, this bill that has passed, and he is vowing to whittle it down. So, at the end of the day, I just feel like it's some crazy stuff. Kevin McCarthy is doing the same thing. He's not a party leader. He'll say whatever he needs to say to appease the biggest bidder. And that's been politics from day one, Nancy. And it's in a different level and different category now with all this dark money that's flowing out here. So, at the end of the day, big money is running this country, has been from the beginning. It's just at this point, it's so egregiously, blatantly, flagrantly taunted in front of us. It's got to stop. Study the candidates instead of just going blue. And you said a huge mouthful right there, BTD Mom. And the same if you're going red, because I'm not assuming that everybody in here is Democrat. I'm not trying to push you into a Democratic mindset. I'm just talking to the reality that the man is supposed to be a Democrat, but he's doing everything in a Republican kind of way. And vice versa. For those that are Republican, don't just assume, because as I said earlier, this switcheroo act, they've been doing it on both sides of the aisle, not just one over the other. Both sides have been flipping and going where they feel like it's going to be in their best interest. I feel like it's a problem. So at the end of the day, there you have it. Now, if you didn't know, the Trump border program known as Remain in Mexico is getting ready to be relaunched on Monday. And I feel some kind of way about our whole immigration law. And our immigration laws, let me just be clear, are always against brown and black bodies. More so against black bodies than they are brown bodies. But isn't it interesting that we'll fly people from here, there, and everywhere? We'll fly people in, and then we have Haitians and other dark-skinned people that actually qualify for coming into the country, and we won't let them in. So, all of this insanity, all of this that speaks to white racism and privilege on display, white might, white right. I'm not going to go a whole lot of places there, but just be aware, all of the laws and regulations revolving around immigration need to be revamped. I just wanted you to be aware that we're going back into the Trump program. It's scheduled to kick back in, remain in Mexico. It's set to relaunch on Monday. So, I just don't know what to say. From a country that's built from predominantly immigrants coming in and flooding it and taking over the natives' lands. It's absolutely stunning to me that those same descendants of immigrants will turn around and tell other immigrants, you can't come in this country, we don't want you. That's insanity to me. But nonetheless, it's the country in which we live, and there you have it. So just know that it's going on, and deal with it, I guess. But it's a sad situation that we are closing our borders to some people that really, 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 I think they should be able to come in my opinion. It's already December, and they're mystified that Denver has not had one drop of snow. I see you, Nancy. The money Mansion is talking about includes $5 billion for Afghanistan refugees, but the Haitians are not mentioned. Nancy, let me tell you what. And I'm going to tell you this about Haiti and the kind of the history of Haiti that some people are not aware of. Haiti is one of those countries that fought and won their independence as a group of black people that were colonized and raised up against slavery and said, we're not having it. So as a black country that raised up and fought for their independence and won, black folk that revolted against slavery and colonization and won, Haiti has been hated. Let me just tell you, Haiti has been hated because these black folk had the nerve to rise up against colonization and slavery and win. So, and the United States is complicit in working against Haiti. So they just might as well tell the truth, shame the devil. So you're going to always see that Haitians are going to continuously get the brunt of any type of help when it comes to the other countries around the world that believe in colonization and slavery, that have operated in colonization and slavery. They mad at them black folk. Let me just call a spade a spade. They mad at them black folk. Those black folk had the nerve. And this is one thing that I want to make clear. One of the reasons why the United States was complicit in helping to put their knee on the neck of Haiti and Haitians was that they didn't want their good black folk that were enslaved in the United States. They didn't want them rising up and doing the same thing. So, there was an agenda. There was something that they saw, and they realized and recognized, if these people over here in the United States of America, all these black people, these 12.5 billion black people that we have brought over here into this country in slave trade, if they see this little island of black people rising up and winning, no ma'am, no sir, they wasn't getting ready to have that. They were not getting ready to have that. So you're going to always, and that's just a little bit of history in there, you're going to always have anger towards Haiti, and they are the hated. Again, by all of those that believed in colonizations and all of those that practiced slavery. They ain't never had no good feelings for Haiti. So you're going to constantly see Haiti hated. So just, you might as well get ready. But at the same time, they are perfect candidates to seek asylum and come over into the United States and find habitation and dwelling here, but they're just not going to let it happen. Well, hateful, devilish devils are wicked all day, all night, all the time. God is love and on our side all over this world. And you said a mouthful right there, Cassandra Isaiah, and I agree with you 100%. So they had nerve to be human, Stacy. They had the nerve to be humans in black skin. They had nerve to be humans in black skin. And this is the thing that I always say in my conversation when you talk about privilege on display and when you talk about white supremacy, and even those that want to try to act like I want to identify with the marginalized, but they're still racist in nature. I can't take off my black skin. Matter of fact, I don't want to take off my black skin. I'm proud of my black skin. How about that? I'm proud of my black skin. But at the end of the day, the fact that I wear this skin everywhere I go, we had a song that we sang back in the day, everywhere I go, everywhere I be, everywhere I go, everywhere I be, my skin is black. And I love my black skin. However, that blackness in my skin can actually work to my detriment when I come and encounter white supremacy and privilege on display. So, yes, I'm human. Yes, I'm coming forth. I'm not ashamed. And listen, and before I be a slave, I be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. That was one of the Negro spirituals. And I would have been singing it right along with everybody else. So, because I feel that thing. And before I be a slave, I be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. So there you have it. But the control and the fear that was imposed in so many people's minds, fear is a terrible booger. I'm gonna tell you what. But hopefully, this hateful, devilish attitude, Cassandra, we're at a place and time in history where I feel like it's gonna be snatched down. Yes, we used to sing that song too back in the day. Devil, Satan, we gonna tear your kingdom down. You've been building your kingdom all over this land, but we getting ready to tear it down. And we getting ready to tear it down with love. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Yes, I'm gonna go back to the story I started, and we're talking about climate warming, Mel. At the end of the day, they're absolutely shocked, stunned, and amazed, and they're saying, since Denver has never entered a December without any measurable snow since it started keeping records back under Chester A. Arthur when President Arthur was president. When they started keeping records, there has never been a year that Denver has not already had some significant downfall of snow. So, and I bring that up this morning as we talk about climate change, as we talk about global warming, and the fact that now take that into consideration. But Hawaii, I said it, Hawaii is under a bizarre blizzard warning. Did you hear what I said? Colorado has not had not one flake of snow, which has not been recorded all the way back since President Arthur. But Hawaii is under a blizzard warning. Now, y'all, that yes, Kai Chick, yes. That's just how wacky crazy this global warming and the environment is so off. It's just confused. My friend Rhonda Royal Confession, she said it's bipolar. The weather has become bipolar. The weather is angry. The environment is mad because it's like, listen, you know that you're destroying the ecosystem. You know that you're destroying the environment, and you're just too cocky and you're just just too proud. So you got Exxon. That was a story on yesterday, which I didn't get into, but you can go out and look at it. Exxon, who's mad because President Biden is making all the shifts and the changes that he's making away from fossil fuel. Listen, at the end of the day, you all have known all this time that fossil fuel, fracking, all this stuff that we've been doing in the environment, all the pollution that we've been putting in the air, all of the things that we've been doing, we've known for years what the outcome of this was going to be. Now that we talking about manifest, listen, the weather and the environment is saying, you ain't said nothing but a word. Let me manifest. Let me manifest the travesty that you have caused all over this world. And then let me show you how we can respond to that. So yes, in that story this morning, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. This is really a manifestation, if you will. The environment is saying, I can show you better than I can tell you. Cause y'all just don't believe that fat meat is greasy. And so I want us to pay attention, because at the end of the day, this is some significant change in the weather that we need to be aware of. So it was 71 degrees in Denver and almost 70 in Kansas City yesterday, Nancy. I went out and was I was hot. I had to take, and I'm like, yes, on December the 2nd, we're talking about the 70s, 71 degree weather. We are looking at a world and environment that's saying, y'all done jacked up. Now the revenge is here. So at this point, I'm going to say we're going to really, really need to pay attention and do everything and anything we can to try to turn this thing around. So when we look at moving away from fossil fuels, when we look at how to stop this carbon footprint that we just keep plastering all over the place, destroying. What's that little girl, the little 16-year-old girl? We need her. We need her right now. We need her right now. We need that little 16-year-old girl. I guess she's 17, 18 by now. The one who made the weather is speaking, but they're not listening, truck driver. Good morning to you, truck driver. Good morning to you. Listen, so at the end of the day, he's speaking real loud. God is speaking, God is talking, God is showing up, and he's showing out, and the folks don't want to pay attention. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention this morning because, as I said, it's a reality. It's what's going on right now. It's what we're dealing with. And once more and again, how crazy is that? Not one drop in Colorado, not one drop in Denver, not one drop in Denver, but you got a blizzard warning in Hawaii. That's some insanity. That is some unusual, unbelievable weather. I see you, Cassandra. Your climate to destroy the enemy's camp is climax. Come through, girl. Evidently, the environment agrees. Hot, hot, hot. It's hot. I see you, Mel. I see you. The weather, crime, etc. It's all reflective of our reality. And so at the end of the day, I'm just telling you, pay attention. And just in case you didn't know, now you know. The weather is just really, really talking and showing out right now. So I want you to be clear on that as you go about your day and go about your way. So here we go. I just wanted to touch on that. I really am looking at the other thing that they're really talking about this morning is that they're trying to get some passage in Congress, because I don't know if you all, I think probably most of you have heard it already, but computer chips are in such a shortage right now. They're literally, now, you know what I have to say, how did they get so short? How did they get so short? We've always known that computers are the technology of the day, and it's constantly expanding. How in the whole heaven and earth did we get so short? Did we just stop manufacturing? How did we get so short all of a sudden? So, you know, I was talking about all of the things. Yes, they said heat kills germs. Well, sometimes you need the cold to kill the germs, and the heat will actually sometimes make them more active. So it depends on what it is. I think depending on what it is. But this is the thing that I'm interested to understand. Why is there a shortage? So yesterday I was talking about how my history teacher, Mr. Donald Craven, God rest his soul, used to say and talk about how in politics and in government they would make what we call created incidents. I have to say, are we creating incidents? Oh, that's why Exxon got so mad at President Biden, because Biden implied that the oil companies were creating the shortage in the demand so that they could drive the prices up. And Exxon and others came out and they were just upset. They were angry. They were mad. I'm looking at the computer chips, and somebody explain it, Lucy. Explain it to me. I just want to understand, how did we get so desperately short? Y'all know you can almost go. I had a friend that was going to buy a computer, and it's like you can't get one. When you start talking about trying to upgrade, you can't get the parts. You can't get. How in the world did we get this dastardly slow and low in our computer chips? I don't know, but I feel like there is an element at work here that's really trying to create something, so they can demand a different price. So that's I don't see any other logical explanation. But right now, as we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they want this Chips for America Act, is what it's called. Chips for America Act. And they want $52 billion for it. $52 billion so we can have some computer chips. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, y'all. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they're trying to get $52 million so we can get some computer chips back in this country. I don't know. I'm not buying what they're selling. Something is rotten in Denmark. Something smells fishy to me. And at the end of the day, I feel like there are so many different areas where I look and I see corporate America in its own money grab. Whether it's Exxon and driving those oil prices up, and how much it costs for 1 gallon of oil now, versus 70 something dollars that they're now projecting is going to be up to $150 a gallon and above. You're talking about almost doubling the price. Now we got to have $52 billion to go out here and save the chips of America so we can have computer chips. I don't know. I'm just not. Y'all may feel cool with it, but computer chips. Come through, truck driver. Follow the money. So I mean, these are the type. Now, $52 billion for computer chips, but they want to pare the money coming to the American people down to 1.2 trillion for everything. That's for the whole infrastructure package. But you want 52 billion just for some computer chips. And I still want to ask, where did the computer chips go? Explain it to me, Lucy. Where did the computer chips go? Just, at the end of the day, y'all, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, that's the crises that they were identifying they needed to address, and they're asking Congress to pass the Chips for America Act. And that's what they did yesterday. So there you have it, guys. I'm a warehouse. Stacy, they're in a warehouse somewhere. I just explain it, Stacy. And so, they want to say, but the supply and demand during the pandemic slowed down. But I understood someone's putting that money in their pocket, BTD mom. Somebody's putting that money in their pockets. Now, you want to tell me it's a crisis. You want to convince me that it's dire straits. You want to say all of that to me. But at the end of the day, Make it make sense. Where in the world did all these chips go? Because I was understanding that you had a complete level of manufactured stuff that was sitting out on the docks. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Now, all of a sudden, they all the way gone. We can't even find them. And we got to have 52 billion to get some more. Someone took them hostage, truck driver. They are somewhere in somebody's storage. I'm just not buying that, we got $52 billion. I feel like we're playing games. In Mr. Brown's voice, they trying to Madipa flip. Now, I ain't seen the Madipa flip. Come through, Mr. Brown. They're probably holding them to start placing them in and on us. They need to show us the money, honey. Show me the money. I'm not believing it. I'm not buying what you selling. I'm just not buying what you're selling. The same person that bought all the toilet paper. Come through, Stacy. You wish you had in the pocket that money was going in. You wish it was your pockets. I got you, Teresa. Because listen, somebody's making all fat. They getting the cheese, baby, like a fat rat. Somebody's getting the cheese and making off with it. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at all of this that's going on, and I just have to scratch my head. Like really, what's really going on here?
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I ain't buying what you selling. I'm not buying what you selling. So that was, a lot of what was going on during the night while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Now, I had this actually yesterday morning. I just didn't pull it up. But I just want to say, Stacey Abrams is running for the governor of Georgia. Nancy, you right. They getting the cheese and it ain't government cheese. They getting the cheese and it ain't government cheese. Somebody's getting that cheddar. Somebody is getting that cheddar. Come through, Stacy. Come through, Stacy. Run, Stacy, run. I love it. Now, I tell you what, I hope that the good citizens of Georgia will come through. Now, we know and understand they have been a part of this suppressive law that has been in many of these red states that have tried to oppress and depress the voting and the voting rights of its citizenship. But I wish I could go to Georgia to vote for her too. I wish, Teresa. I wish I could go to Georgia to vote for her too, because she would definitely have my vote. Run, roar, Stacy. All of this for Stacy, absolutely. I love it. That sister is sharp. That sister is making changes. That sister ain't playing. So, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna tell you from my perspective and what I've seen. Now, I got some Georgians in here. Kim Possible, I don't know if you're at work or if you can talk to us or not. I feel from what I've seen, I'm not in Georgia, so I don't see everything in Georgia, but everything I've seen from Georgia that this woman has done has been absolutely positively magnificent. So, I'm that one. I'm not even gonna lie. You might move to Georgia too, just so you can vote Stacey. I'm that one, y'all, that listen, at the end of the day, if she had run for president, I would have voted for Stacey. And I told you, even over, there ain't no shame in my game, and I give all due respect to Vice President Kamala Harris. I give all due respect to her, but I would have rather had Stacey over Kamala. Now, I said it. Y'all can be mad at me. Y'all can get upset with me and whatever else. I would have rather had Stacey over Kamala. That's just me personally. When he was going through, good morning, Barbara Hardy. Come on in here. I love you, sis. I see you, Stacey. Bless one. You gonna vote? Oh, are you in Georgia too? Come through. I didn't realize you were in Georgia, Stacey. Come through. I love you. They won't know the way voting rules has changed. I know all kind of voting rules have, and it's really, really sad. And that we still have not seen our lawmakers protect the people's right to vote. Now, you want to give and have conversation, crises, as you're calling it, on computer chips and give them $52 billion and pass that bill, but y'all can't get a voting rights bill passed. So, at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm like, listen, all of these people's votes that are in jeopardy, and y'all over here talking about computer chips that I'm still trying to figure out, where did the computer chips go? Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. So at the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm observing. You believe Stacey's Georgia run will also uplift Beto's campaign in Texas? I hope so. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but that's what I'm gonna call him. At the end of the day, listen, Rebel, when they had the short list of people for President Biden to look at for vice presidency material, I would have taken Stacey number one, and then Keisha Lance Bottoms number two. I'm gonna tell you what, and this is just really me, Kamala would have been down the list. And I respect her energy. I respect everything she's done. Now, Californians, a lot of black Californians didn't like her from jump because they said she was not a good influence in California when it came to black folk. Now, that's what it was reported to me. I didn't say it. It was reported to me. When I started talking about Kamala to Californians, which is where she came from, they were baby. The Californians that I talked to, they were like, no, ma'am, no, sir. And that was based on her record and the work that she had done in the criminal area and the assignments of sentencing to black folks and brown and black bodies. They were like, no, ma'am, no, sir. No. Now, it was reported to me because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Allegedly, this is what I heard. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at Keisha Lance Bottoms as a close second to Stacey. But baby, I'm like, no, give me Stacey all day long, because listen, and I feel like this, President Biden didn't want any black person in there any black woman in there that was really going to hold folks' feet to the fire and do something for black people. I said it. This is Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader. And listen, we get this coffee. We take no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because I tells it like it T-I-Z-tis. So you show me one good thing that Kamala has done for black people. Show it to me. I'm just saying. I'm breaking coffee cups over here. I ain't seen it yet. I ain't seen it, y'all. I ain't seen it. Y'all, good morning, Crazy Berrytown. That's my sis. If you're not following Crazy Berrytown, she is a streamer. I want y'all to go out there and follow her. Sis, I don't know how I missed you yesterday. I think I may have nodded off and didn't know it, but I had my screen up. I was ready. In some way or another, I missed you, and I'm just sick about it, Crazy Berrytown. But good morning, too. So at the end, oh, you're not. I see you, Stacy. So at the end of the day, Stacy all the way. Stacy all the way. If I had my druthers, I'm gonna say it over and over again, because I want her to run for higher office than just governor of Georgia. If I had my druthers, her lips, hips, and fingertips would have been in there well before any Kamala Harris. But it is what it is. When the Georgia Republicans showed their tail, we showed up at the polls. It'll be on and cracking again. And the Republican Georgians have contributed to their own political suicide, because while they want to look like a united front, they are destroying each other from within. I hope, but you know what? The laws that they have changed to hold people down and suppress the vote, I'm just waiting to see what kind of impact it's going to have. You was with Keisha too. Keisha, listen, those two black women were representing. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Those two black women were not playing. And I was very proud of how they handled themselves. I was very proud of how they handled the business. I was very proud of how they represented. And Keisha had some tough calls in there, Rebel. Keisha had some tough calls in there, but she really tried to hold her own and stay true. And so I'm gonna give her props for that. And it's not easy to lead. I just want people to understand it's not easy to lead. Both of them were on your list. Yeah, I personally wasn't feeling Kamala, but I'm like, okay. And so for history and posterity's sake, y'all know when Biden went under the anesthesia, she was president. He had to transfer his powers to her for the time period in which he was incapacitated. So technically, she's the first black female president of the United States. For history and posterity's sake, you know, I guess I'm gonna give her a little bit of something. But I sure wish it had been Stacey Abrams or Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm just saying. I sure wish it had been one of those two. The news said yesterday that Kamala's approval rating is 27%. Teresa, what has she done? And I understand she's not the president. She's carrying out the will of the president, allegedly. But what has she done, Teresa? And I'm gonna say it once more and again, because you know, at the end of the day, everybody is galvanized behind this woman because she's black, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, there's another coffee cup gone. At the end of the day, I just don't get it, Teresa. And so many areas that I feel like she could be influencing in a totally different way. And we hear and see nothing. Now, not to mention, I don't know if they're just making some of this up, or it's happening, but I don't know if they're playing it up in the media. But I understand she's having some cabinet turnover right now within her people that are like, I'm out of here. Now, the media is reporting it as if it's an upheaval and everybody's getting out of Dodge from working with her. I'm not going to buy that hook, line, and sinker, because it is the media. And the media is going to do everything it can to make her look worse than she's already looking. So I'm not there. I'm not on the inside. I don't know if that's actually what's going on. But this week, she has definitely had tremendous cabinet turnover. Was it because they were only going to be there for a certain amount of time? I don't know, but it was reported to me, and the way they're reporting it is definitely not favorable towards Kamala. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt, because there may be a whole agenda behind that, because I'm looking at it and saying some people may be looking and saying Biden is too old to try to run again. Is this going to be Kamala's stepping off point to say, I want to run for president of the United States? Are they trying to smear before it gets to, I don't know. At the end of the day, I felt some kind of way when I read those stories as to why and if that information is accurate. I don't know. Listen, truck driver, those are my choices. Those were my choices. And for everybody that was out there for Kamala, I love you. God bless you. But she wasn't my go-to person. She just wasn't. But we got her, and praise God. Tall Pumps, what did happen to Cory Booker? He just fell off the face of the earth, girl. And I don't know. What happened to everybody? What happened to all of our black leadership? It's like they just evaporated in the thin air. They just like a mist, like a vapor. They just disappeared. They were there for a hot second, and then the next thing you know, everybody was gone. So, you know, Cory, I ain't heard nothing from Cory. I haven't heard anything about Cory. I haven't seen his committee assignments really doing anything. Tall Pumps, I just don't know. I just don't know. Inquiring minds want to know, where's Cory? Where you at? Where you at, Booker? Where you at? We trying to book you, sir. We trying to book you. Where you at? You would have absolutely taken Stacey and Keisha over Vice President Harris, and you're even more convinced that the three of her top staff are leaving her office in December. Yeah, and I'm gonna say again, Nancy, I don't know why they're leaving. I don't know what's going on. There seems to be some kind of shakeup going on there. I just don't. I'm not going to jump in and chime in just right yet until I see some more. I need some deets, as my nephew would say. I need some deets. I need some deets before I make any kind of definitive assertion here, because I'm not exactly sure what all's going on there, but it's definitely being reported in a way that looks like she may have a problem. So there you have it. I see your coffee cup, SK. I see your coffee cup. Come through. So the whole world has just not just heard, but seen Stacey Abrams in The Truth and a whole. Listen, Stacey Abrams, what she did down there in Georgia, it was almost nothing short of a miracle. I mean, that what she did down there in Georgia, in that red state, to turn it blue, and maybe it's not fully blue, it might just be purple. But baby, what she did, and what her organization did, and what the people that supported her did, and the people had to support. I'm not taking, but she took that bull by the horns and put an initiative out there, and she really made a tremendous difference. And people that didn't know Stacey Abrams' name, baby, listen, it was like, honey, it was getting good, and it was like, smack, say my name, smack, say my name, smack, say my name, and the whole country came out saying, Stacey Abrams, Stacey Abrams, Stacey Abrams. Baby, she smacked us around and said, say my name. And I ain't mad at her. That's what leaders do. Leaders lead. So, I think she did a great job. She's pledged. I think you're back there on my girl, Kamala. Well, we wore our chucks and pearls, Stacey. We wore our chucks and pearls. I wore my chucks and pearls. And I'm just, Stacey. What I feel, I'm not even gonna go into that. That's a whole nother thing. Because Kamala said out of her own mouth, she ain't doing nothing specifically for black folk, and that's facts. Tall Pumps, I didn't hear her say that statement, but I think if it's based on her actions, I would have to say actions speak louder than words, and her actions and her words would allegedly, if that statement is true, in agreement. Because she ain't did nothing, in my opinion, for black folk. So, I'm still on. We've seen anti-lynching and civil rights legislation for our Asian American brothers and sisters, but black folks still can't get an anti-lynching measure, and they've been lynching us for centuries. I'm just saying. And with that, I'm gonna break another coffee cup.
You shall not pass!
That's how I feel about Kamala. So at the end of the day, that's the way I feel about it, y'all. So So y'all don't have to agree with me. Y'all don't have to agree. Vote anyway. I feel you, SK. Vote your conscience. Vote for who you feel is the right person in there. You just vote. And I appreciate that, SK. Everybody, wherever you stand, I'm just expressing my sentiments this morning. Love you too, Stacy 546. You have a great day. You already have your Stacy. Come through. Crazy Berry Town. You already got your sign. Let me see. I messed around. Kamala is a family friend. No comments over here. Hey, and I can appreciate that, Crazy Berry Town. I can appreciate you already got your Stacy sign in the back of your yard. Come through with that. Come through. Wouldn't it be nice to have them president and vice president? I would love it. I would absolutely positively love it. No comments over there. And I feel, can you just tell her to do a little, can she give us some help? You wouldn't be surprised if Keisha and Stacy aren't already properly positioning themselves to build something together. That could be too. I don't know. Simply amazing. I was a little shocked, stunned, and amazed when Keisha came out of the arena and backed away. But when she did that, I didn't take that so much as she's out, as much as she may be changing direction and changing gears. So you know, she ain't claiming her black side. Listen, nothing, Teresa, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Oh, Teresa says she bougie. She bougie. Listen, don't come in the Lion's Den talking about angry black women syndrome, because listen, I'll send you packing. I'm so sick and tired of affirmative and assertive black women being labeled in angry black women syndrome. Listen, at this point, yeah, I'm gonna let that go, because Mel, you about to make my blood pressure go up about 500 degrees talking about angry black woman syndrome. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. I need y'all to pray. Pray, church, pray. Somebody in the Lion's Den came in talking about, and listen, and I know you just, but oh, Jesus, I need prayer. I'm so sick of folk talking about angry black woman syndrome. Now you got all of these folk out here doing all kind of damnable, crazy, insane stuff, but anytime black women start stepping up and speaking out, all of a sudden we start having conversation about angry black women syndrome. Let me move on. Woo, Jesus, pray y'all praying for me, because I feel my blood pressure rising. Simply amazing. You said it's been in the media before, but they've listed the 3 officials leaving. They've done interviews about their discontent before now. I hear you. I'm still gonna I'ma still reserve my comments on that one. Simply amazing. And I hear you. And that's by choice. Y'all know over here we talk about everything. You can keep right on putting it in the chat and I'm gonna read it and whatever. But I'm still saying, I understand that many times things are slanted in the media. So I still want to hold and reserve my comment before I really go all the way to the left with that, because and people have agendas. People have motives. Listen, if I could tell you the number of times that folks got mad at me and left the camp, and they left the camp wagging their tongue and talking and lying and carrying on, so at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that from the leadership perspective, you're not gonna automatically get me to jump on a bandwagon because disgruntled people are leaving and talking, because sometimes they disgruntled because you wasn't doing your job. Sometimes you're disgruntled because you got called out. Sometimes you're disgruntled because you got caught, and you gonna leave and say some of every kind of raggedy, trashy thing you can say about the leadership because you wasn't right. So I'm gonna have to hold and reserve my comments on that, because I've been a leader that's been dragged and ragged, and I just ain't gonna do it. Good morning, morning, Shelly Thunder. Listen, she's in the room, y'all. She's in the room. Up above my head, I hear thunder in the air, and there must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. Good morning to you, sis. It's just so good to see you in the Lion's Den. Come on in here and get your coffee cup out and let's have some tea. You saw crickets? Tall Pumps, you clowning, girl. Good morning, Disco Darren. This brother is a streamer, and I want y'all to follow him. He will bless your whole life, and he is a vibe, y'all. Disco Darren, I love him. So if you're not following Disco Darren, please follow him. He is an awesome streamer. And if I didn't say about Crazy Berrytown, she is a streamer as well. Please follow her. Get your Zumba on and let her bless you real good. I love all the streamers in here. Groove morning to you, sir. So it's good to see everybody. Speak out, leaders. The lions want to hear us roar, and that's so true right now, SK. And that's my thing that I'm saying, and that's my issue. You listen, as Tall Pump said, I can't respect crickets. I just can't respect crickets. Say something. Say something. I cannot respect crickets. I just can't. So, and maybe I understand you may not be able to speak on everything. You can't always, whatever, again, but say something. Open your mouth and say something. So, and I can almost, yeah. We can get Reverend Al Sharpton in the campaign. Listen, simply amazing. You on meds right now. They got you medicated in the hospital. You on meds right now. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, listen, that's a whole nother conversation. Simply amazing. You out there. You out there. That's the same thing Obama said as well. I hear you, Disco Darren. I hear you. Come through. Thank you for the biddies, SK8843. I appreciate you. You threw out your chucks. You didn't ever like her shucking and jiving. Well, like I said, I have several friends and family out there in California, and listen, they were saying the same thing that Nancy Reagan was saying about drugs. Just say no. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Everybody get out and vote. I feel you. Now, I knew you wasn't talking about, I knew what you were saying, Mel. I'm just saying that phrase, that terminology, it just takes me over the edge, because you always have angry black woman syndrome. That when you talk about powerful black women, that term invariably rears its ugly head, and it just makes me so aggravated, because we don't say anything about men, we don't say anything about black men, we don't say anything about white men, we don't say anything about white women. All of these terminologies, when you get strong black women, that whole element of angry black women syndrome, it just does something to me. And I want us to revisit that. Why is it whenever strong black women start rising up and manifesting and showing and when we've always and are power, but we've been asked to hand that power over, tone it down, dim your light, all of that. And when you get black women that say, no, I'm not gonna do that, then all of a sudden we got angry black women syndrome. It just takes me over the edge. So that may be my own personal pet peeve right there. And I knew what you weren't saying. I did not, please don't take that like I thought that's what you were trying to bring up in here. I'm just saying that term angry black women syndrome, it just makes me ballistic. It just sends my blood pressure over the top because we always have that negativity that we want to attach to strong black women, and it just makes me mad. It just makes me mad. I'm not lying. It just makes me mad. So no offense and nothing against you. I just like, oh Lord, I just know that I know that phrase didn't come up in the Lion's Den as much as I hate it. So you think we need to put the angriest black woman and the Karenest of Karens in a ring? A cat fight. Put them in the ring. I got something for you. We just put them in the ring and let them go to town. Round one. Is it Karen or the angriest black woman? Round two. Who can make it all the way to 13 rounds? Listen, Cassandra, done spoke it and woke it, and woke up and woke. Stop the madness. That's all I'm saying. Come through, Cassandra. I love the idea. We got a boxing match going on here, Tall Pumps. We got a whole boxing match going on. And there you go, ringside. I'm telling you what, those crickets were for Corey. Okay, I got you. I didn't know who the crickets were for, but several people could have applied to several. So at the end of the day, you know how I feel about that. Everybody, I need everybody. You the best, come on in. You the K-Best, come on in here. Thank you for sharing the stream. Love you so much. Come on in. So good morning, KB Browns. It's so good to see you up in the Lion's Den. Come through. Lady T, come through. Y'all doing it for me up in here. It's so good to see everybody. You're only heard when you speak, MC Control. Good morning to you. And you're exactly right. You're only heard when you speak. So I need some folk to speak. So at the end of the day, there you go. That's your pet peeve too, Kai Chick. I just, we have so much that we impose against black women, and it just aggravates me to no end. It aggravates. 440 Shorty, thank you for hosting the stream. Come on in here, sis. It's a pet peeve because, you know, it's so much that we do to support and undergird what happens in this world, and it's so much negativity that we get from everybody, including our own folk, and it just oh my God, I just can't take it. Don't make me take my earrings off. Cassandra. You got your Timberlands on. Stop saying that we are angry. And I feel you on that. And oh my God, I've already said enough, so I'm not gonna keep going on that because y'all know I'm gonna tell you that's my pet peeve. People who can't see themselves clearly always have a problem with the people they abuse. You the best. You better come on in here. It's so good to see you back here on today, sis. But you better speak. People who can't see themselves clearly always have a problem with the people that they abuse. Now, she said a mouthful and she said it on point. Listen, if I had money to give you on that one, you the best, honey, you'd have it right now. So at the end of the day, I love it. Cause y'all heard what Candace, Tall Pumps. I ain't even read the rest of your sentence because all I saw was Candace Owens. All I saw was Candace Owens.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
We won't even discuss Candace Owens. It's something's wrong with the child. Something's wrong with the child. Shelly Thunder, you get angry and get an attitude if someone insists that I do. Now I'm gonna give you what you want. Is it a self-fulfilling? You don't prophesied it. Now I'm gonna give it to you. You just need the folk to clearly know the difference. I love you, sis. I love you. You done prophesied it up in the room. Now I'm getting ready to give it to you. Come through. Now, I'm gonna stop with that because listen, Candace Owens just took me out. I ain't even gonna lie. And yes, Tall Pumps, put her in the ring. But I don't know if she's going in the ring as the angriest of black women, or if she's going in as Karen. Who's she going in as? I'm just not sure. I'm not sure who she's going in as. Oh, y'all, listen, nobody killed Candace yet. Candace is still out here disco daring. I don't know why, but she's still out here. And she needs to go somewhere and have all the seats. She needs to go somewhere and sit down. I need her to sit down. I just can't take it. I just can't. Candace, something wrong with Craig. Something wrong with Candace. She's not operating with the full deck. Now, I want to come here because this is Fresh Start Friday and we getting ready to get out of here, y'all. I've rounded the corner and I'm looking at, what's going on here? My system's trying to do an update right here in the middle of my stream, y'all, and the devil is a lie. I hope y'all can still see me on here, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to get back into my system. Let's see here. Let me close that out. I want to talk. Yesterday, I said something, and I have all of this queued up if my system's gonna let me back in, but it's trying to force me into an update here. So y'all might have to bear with me for just a minute. I appreciate you all. I said something yesterday, and I said, listen, I want you, there was a meme that I saw that really blessed me. Walk into the room like your ancestors opened the door. Walk into the room like your ancestors opened the door. Thank you, Lord. I was able to get back to it. And so at the end of the day, I mean that so much. Before I go there, I'm gonna put this up while we're talking about the Karens. This is for you and the ringside, for all the crying that we've seen lately, for everybody that wants to work up the tears. We've seen it from Karens and Kens. I want you to know there's a new device for people that get offended so easily, and they want to snot and they want to cry on the witness stand, like Kyle Rittenhouse and like the police officer here. We got a new device for you. Be sure that you use it, won't you? And it'll bless your whole life. Now, as we look into this concept, and I love it. Thank you, LaWanda Baskerville. WandaVision, miracles, signs, and wonders. Come on in the room. It's good to see you. And thank you for the sub. Thank you for that resub. I appreciate you. Tall Pumps, did you catch it? Now, I'm using this, and I want to talk another level of let's come into a whole nother place of existence. We're walking into a room like our ancestors opened the door. So now with that today, I want to deal with some real quick concepts. This blessed me. I want to say Rebel was giving me the 411 today, and it really blessed me. She sent this to me, and I want to share it. I'm so glad. This brother right here, at the age of 21 years old, he's the black genius who created so many of the algorithms that are being used by Uber, Instagram, and Snapchat. Now, this is the kind of stuff I want us to embrace. This is the kind of knowledge I want us to have about what we as a people are doing and the difference that we're making in the world in which we live. 21 years old. Now, as the story tells, they hired him at the age of 13. They hired him at the age of 13. Now, you know what? I got to give it up because I feel all kinds of love for that brother. Now, that's the stuff that a lot of times we don't hear about. That's the stuff that a lot of times we don't talk about. And I want us to kind of make some shifts. I want us to make some shifts. Now, I talk and I deal from the standpoint and perspective of a lot that we have taught from the pulpits, y'all. And I mean that. I'm so unworthy. I'm so many things that we say and have taught from the pulpit and ingrained in the people's minds. Now you get it from all kind of places, but this is, hey, I'm in my space, spiritual thought leader. I'm talking about my space. I have to address what goes on in my space. I cannot tell you how grieved I am when I go to the churches and I hear the preachers still preaching from the pulpit, all of this negative energy, all of this negative mindset. And so it disturbs my whole being. I go in the streams and I hear y'all talking about, I'm so unworthy. I hear y'all saying all kinds of, I don't deserve it. And right on point and right by design, because I want you to understand this is a reality that whether you realize it or not, you got to pay attention to the words that are coming out of your own mouth. And I want you to pay attention to the concepts and ideas that you're embracing, whoever's feeding it to you. So this is one of the things I want you to stop and look at. A person won't settle for something that doesn't serve them unless they believe they don't deserve it. I'm gonna say it again. A person won't settle for something that doesn't serve them unless they believe they don't deserve it. So spiritual thought leader, what are you saying? When I'm coming in and I'm hearing you guys making these comments and these statements and really believing you don't deserve it, I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it. When you come in believing you don't deserve it, just like it says, you'll settle. You'll settle for something that doesn't serve you because you believe you don't deserve it. I got to break this thing down because I need you all to really move away from this kind of mindset and this kind of energy, because it's been way too destructive in the Black community. And this is the thing, Black people will come out saying, I don't deserve it. And then you'll have your counterpart, white people, who teach a little level of it, but at the same time, they still have a mindset of privilege on display. A mindset of I deserve it more than he does. I deserve it more than she does because they're Black and I'm white. So you have that privilege on display that still feels entitlement just by sheer color of the skin for some, not everybody, but definitely I want you to understand they're not walking around, you know, I'm looking at folks, I need a jet so I can go preach here, there, and everywhere. You know, there's only a certain handful of people that's getting and demanding that kind of money, and y'all just handing your purses over, handing your wallets over, and then you're running around talking about I don't deserve it. But they do, they deserve it. And so I'm not going to go into all of that, but I can take a whole nother text on that once more and again, but I'm going to say it. A person won't settle for something that doesn't serve them unless they believe they don't deserve better. And this is what I am coming and I'm trying to combat, this mindset that we have so indoctrinated and ingrained in the minds of the people under the guise of this is what the Lord wants. You know, this is really what the Lord wants. And I'm looking and I'm saying, oh Lord, now see, it done tried to do a thing on me again. Can we get it back? This is a whole mindset that has to be addressed because it sets you up. Now, y'all, and I understand we all have challenges. We all have struggles. It rains on the just as well as the unjust, but y'all shouldn't be living in the rain. Y'all shouldn't be living in poverty. Y'all shouldn't be living in negativity every day. That's all you expect. That's all you anticipate. So I'm going to share these little 5 things and I'm going to get up out of here. I want you to hear in the spirit of love that I want to share this with you. Let's start from this mantra right here. I am worthy of having anything I want. For everybody that's out there still chanting, I'm so unworthy. Now, I know this may sound, for some of y'all, this is hard for y'all to swallow, but just like Shelly Thunder said a while ago, you keep calling me angry, so I'm getting ready to manifest what you keep calling me. Your words have power and you will manifest what you keep saying. So for everybody out there that just keeps on running around talking about how unworthy you are, guess what? you're going to get just what your words are creating. You ain't going to get nothing because you don't believe you're worthy of it. I need you to change your confession to I am worthy of having anything I want because you are. I'm not just trying to blow smoke up your nose and tell you something that's just really fragile and something that you can't build on a foundation. I need you to tear up that raggedy foundation y'all been living and building. And what's that done for you? Huh? What has that done for you? I see people that 40 years later are still in the same mindset and still in the same place. They done said all the stuff y'all told them to say. They've done all, but at the end of the day, mindset, the whole idea that I am worthy. Can we start right there? I am worthy. I'm going to show it to you one more time. I am worthy of having anything. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I'm worthy of having anything that I want. And so it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. But y'all don't want the kingdom because you are so unworthy, you feel like you don't deserve the kingdom. And so we got to start dealing with some of this mindset that has really come in and inundated and taken over. And we something down inside of us, the God in us, something down inside of us wants more and wants better. But people are telling you the only path you can get to that is this. And unless you get all broke down and feel like you ain't nothing, then this Keisha Key 36, come on in here, sis. It's good to see you this morning. Come on in. We talking this morning. So again, I want you to walk into the room like your ancestors opened the door. Your ancestors don't want you running around talking about I'm so unworthy. Your ancestors don't want you walking around talking about I don't deserve it. Who told you that? What told you that? And who and what told you that? For what purpose are they telling you that? I need y'all to get down to this thing. Thank you for hosting the stream. I need you to get down to this thing and make some sense of it. Because at the end of the day, just like I said several weeks ago, we done talked about pride, and God hates pride. And then when the kids and you ain't got no pride, you want to be mad because they don't have any pride. You taught it and preached it out of the people. So at the end of the day, I need y'all to come to a whole nother level. DJ, I need y'all to come to a whole nother level of understanding how all of this is about to come into your lives because you're going to change your mindset. Now, for all of y'all that have been built for the struggle, thank you, Mama Barnes. Good morning to you. And thank you for hosting the stream. For all of you guys that have come into this mindset, I got to fight. Everything. You going to struggle. You going to fight. You going to this. You going to that. I want some of y'all to start saying good things come to me easily. Now, somebody's going to say, no, spiritual thought leader, don't say that because you going to listen, you get what you expect. Some of y'all, and I'm going to say this for real, some of you are fighters. And so because you are with that warrior and fighter mentality, places you didn't even have to fight, you out there fighting. Y'all ain't ready for me. Some of these fights that you guys are fighting, you didn't have to fight. But because you have a fighter and a warrior mentality that you never stop, you never let down from, you end up fighting fights you didn't even have to fight. Am I making sense to you? Some of you are so determined that, oh my goodness, sometimes you just need to chill. And guess what? Sometimes when you kick back and relax, it comes to you. But no, we Mandanka warrior. Me Mandanka warrior. I'm going to fight. I'm going to put on the whole armor. I'm going to fight till I drop. Listen. And all the time, if you would just get someplace and sit your lips, hips, and fingertips down, sometimes some things are waiting to come to you. Am I talking to anybody? So it's all many times about that mentality that you have. I've had situations with individuals where I was ready to do something, ready to give something, and as soon as I walked in the room, they in that fight mode. And I'm like, listen, we ain't got to fight up in this piece. I'm trying to bless you. There's a whole lot of people that you miss your blessing and you out here stressing because you don't know how to lay down. Study war no more. Y'all don't know how to lay the sword and the shield down and just let God bless you. Because I'm telling you, there are many things that you will walk into and can walk into that doesn't require that fight. But some of the fight is because you've not healed from the wounds of your past. And the wounds of your past is the filter that you're looking through. And so something comes up in your space, your mind automatically goes, oh, I remember when that happened. And it's like, no. Go ahead and get healed. Get healed from the wound so you can see from a different filter that's not filtered through the woundedness. And if you get healed, you'll begin to understand I don't have to fight everything and everybody. Am I talking to anybody in here? I don't have to fight everything and everybody. Get that wound healed. Somebody I was going through a situation with, I'm like, I ain't even coming from that. I'm not even coming from that place of energy. Well, before this is what happened. Listen, I'm not that person. I'm not coming to you with that energy. I'm not coming to you with that mindset. And you're really doing a disservice to me because not only are you not receiving the love I'm trying to bring to you, you're beating me down in the process, and I ain't got no beef with you. But we up here going through changes as if I do because your memory and your past and your unhealed ways and your unhealed mind can't receive me in the spirit that I'm coming to you. So listen, I need us to identify everything ain't got, the way of the transgressor is hard. I need y'all, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I need y'all to take on a mindset, good things, God things are coming to me easily. Change your mindset so you can have a different idea, a different attitude, a different energy. Come with a different energy. Can you do that? Every energy doesn't have to be aggressive. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But change that mindset, because if you expect I'm gonna have to fight, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do that, that's exactly what you're gonna manifest. You manifest what you believe. So I want you to think about that. Good things come to me easily, and start manifesting that. Stop with everything having to be so hard. Now, I want you to, for sure, if I put my mind to it, I can achieve it. If I put my mind to it, I achieve it. Now, that's with follow through for some that don't seem to be able to see the task through to the end. That's for some that really deal with procrastination and you won't get up and get started. You never get started. You never get moving. The reality of it is, if I put my mind to it, I achieve it. So listen, I don't care. There may be some things that come along the way that have and require an adjustment. There's nothing wrong with adjusting. There's nothing wrong with shifting. There's nothing wrong with pivoting. When you can pivot, when you can shift, when you can adjust and still get the job done, that's the way life is, y'all. There are things that are going to happen that are going to require you to adjust, require you to pivot. Just because you had to pivot, why do y'all automatically go to this mindset? Oh, it ain't going to happen. The devil is against me. Oh, all of this negativity that starts boiling and just bubbling out of us because I had to pivot. It starts bubbling out of us because I had to shift. Everything pivots and shifts. And I'm going to tell you, if you're in a place of maturity, you just shift and keep going. It's not a matter of I shift and then I cry over spilled milk and I sit down by the wayside and waste about 2 or 3 or 4 days bemoaning and groaning about the shift I had. Baby, shift and keep on moving. Don't stop. Don't hold up progress because you had to pivot. What's the deal? It's like your basketball player on the court. Yes, I've got an opponent. I've got an adversary that also wants to win, and maybe they're in my way right now. The fact that they're standing on the court as an opponent to me is not a factor, because at the end of the day, I know how to dribble around. I know how to take that jump shot. I know how to pivot. I know how to go the other direction. I know how to fake. I know how to do whatever I need to do to make this basket. Any sport, I want you to have that same athletic mentality. Whatever it takes to get it done, I'm a winner. I'm a winner when I started. I'm already a winner. And I'm going to stay with it until I get to completion. Come through, Michelle. It takes maturity. It's a hard lesson to pivot, but you got to pivot. This is where our maturity comes. When we get so one-track minded and we get so one vision in our heart, and it's got to be this way. It's got to be exactly like this, and I can't pivot. Baby, that's where the problem comes. That's where the tension and the stress comes. You got to pivot and keep it moving. So as we move into another level, as we move into another mindset, if I put my mind to it, I achieve it. So I want you to stop and really, and it ain't nobody to blame. It's nobody to come back and say, oh, they did this and so I couldn't do it. Oh, they did that. And so it's still going to boil down. Did you put your mind to it to do it? Because if you put your mind to it to do it, you can do it. Now, I want to come here, and I'm almost done. I want you to actually start seeing yourself right here. I am financially free. I am financially free. I don't want you to see yourself going into 2022 and beyond in this place of bondage financially. This is a time, this is a season, this is a moment where it's your season and your time to come forth. If you put your mind to it, and it's like, okay, everything is not about money, but this is one thing I do recognize, particularly within our culture. This mindset of continuous struggle, this mindset of continuously barely having enough, this mindset of barely making it. This is where I want us to get into a whole nother mindset. If what I want can come to me and I'm worthy of it, let's move to a realm of there's no reason for me to live and continue to live in the margins. What do I need to do to pivot? What do I need to do to adjust to move me out of this marginalized living? Because listen, I can make a different reality for myself. I am able to determine where and how and what I want to live, be, and do in my life. If I have the power and control, I'm done giving my control and my power to everybody else. If I take and assume the power and the authority and the control over my life, and I can achieve whatever I put my mind to, I'm not going to live like this anymore. I'm going to make a shift. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. And I believe I can receive it. I believe I can have it. I believe I can be it. It's not just lip service, but I'm going to get up and do and be whatever it takes to get it done. Even again, if it's a matter of changing my mindset about always being in this fight, and sometimes just let it come. Let it come. Get in the right position. Get in the right placement. Some of us are out of position. Hear me. Some of us are just out of position. Find your position on the field and then play your position. Find your position on the field and then play your position as if your life depends on it, because it does. Now, I'm going to close with this last one and I'm out of here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because somebody's going to choke on this one. Somebody's going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm looking and I'm saying, oh my God, I just don't believe it. I'm I'm about to receive more money than I ever could imagine. I want somebody to get that down in your shondo. Good morning, DJ The Force. This brother is a streamer. I want y'all to follow him, because he will bless your whole life. I'm about to receive more money than I could ever imagine. Now, if I've taken up all of these other points, if I've taken up all these other concepts and I'm starting to shed what I'm going to call elements of slavery mentality, when I start shedding that and moving away from that, and I begin to place myself in another first mindset and mental existence, and then begin to follow that up with my actions, with my belief system, with the way that I flow and the way that I operate, I promise you, you about to receive what you ain't never had before. And so at the end of the day, I just want to tell you, if you can do and look at these different elements, and again, I look at this kid, this motivated me this morning, y'all. When I look at this kid, and you can only imagine what he is worth right now for what he has contributed at 21 years old. At 21 years old, I want to say you're never too young and you're never too old. I just need you to work your jelly. And I hope I said something on today that blessed you. Work your jelly. Work your jelly. Work your jelly and watch it manifest for you. Your gift is going to make room for you, and you are the gift. You are the vibe. It is you. Am I talking to it? Jelly, 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 DJ Force. Jelly. Work your jelly. And know that you deserve it, and know that you're worth it. Shade. I need y'all to just shake that mentality. I know it's been ingrained in you. I know it's been... Listen, just like slave masters, it's been taught, it's been run through you, and y'all still under that bondage of the slave master. But listen, I need you to understand, you're worth more. You're worth more. You are more. Don't settle, y'all. Don't settle. It's time for you to move into your place. It's time for you to move into who you really... Show them who you are. Y'all know that's my favorite line from T'Challa. Show Black Panther. Show them who you are, T'Challa. Show them. Show them. Show them. Show them. And I promise if you do that, you're going to see something that you've never seen before. For everybody that'll believe it and receive it, you just mark my words. Look what's going to happen in your life. And I'm not, as I said, this isn't about blowing smoke up your nose. This is about saying, okay, let's get busy. Let's do this. Let's change the way we think about ourselves first and foremost. And then let's see ourselves in the proper light and let's make it happen. Can we do that together? I think we can. Well, I feel for my brother. I see you. Miss Sexy E, come through. It's good to see you, sis. Thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. Cassandra Isaiah, freedom mentality, belief and money coming to me. Get wild to getting this good and real good. I'm working my jelly, 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 cause you Jam ain't shake like this. It must be jelly, cause Jam don't shake like that. I heard them when they sang it. I love y'all. This is a fresh start Friday in the Lion's Den. I'm glad you've been watching, Miss Sexy. We love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, we out of here today. This is a fresh start Friday, and I want you all to take this weekend like a bull. Take the bull by the horns and live life to the fullest. You are worthy. You deserve it. I need you to get that down in your shondo, because it's the real deal. So, hey, you were just typing that. It must be jelly. Shelly Thunder, that's why you my prophetess. Please copy the raid train. Now listen, this has been another edition of Yes You O Cube, one-on-one, just me and you. Y'all know I love you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. I've been coming to you with nothing but love from the Lion's Den. I love y'all. I really, really do. Listen, I want y'all to follow me out here in these places because I'm a little everywhere. Mike City said, I'm in your house. I want you to follow me on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. I'm out there, y'all. I'm just out there. And this is our mantra in the Lion's Den. I am all powerful in love. And I want you to understand that. That's what we're talking about in these days and times. We are all powerful. We are lions. This pride, Pride, this pride of lions is relentless. And you're going to hear us roar. So listen, it's all about the lions coming forth. And I'm all about waking up the lions. I don't have a spirit of intimidation. I don't have a spirit of fear. I got power. I got in love. Now, y'all know we don't just talk about change. No. We understand we got to be the change. And we're doing this thing together as a village. It's us, you, me, we, all. We're in this thing together. So listen today. I love you guys. I love you so much. I want to thank you for coming in and listening. I want to say I appreciate my moderators, Michelle Browno, Shelly Thunder, the Rebel Inc. I thank you for the biddies, SK8843. And yes, you are that's why you're the subscriber of the week. That's one of the reasons why I appreciate your support. You mean so much to me, as does everybody that's here. I appreciate you. Thank you for following Yaggin Plays. I appreciate you for coming in and being a part of the Lion's Den. To those that had resubs and re-ups, Miss Robin, she's First Lady T-Rail, 440 Shorty, Keisha Key 36, Yarded Girl, and LaWanda Baskerville. Thank you for those resubs and the subs. I want to say, Kai Chick, thank you for that gift of subs to those that you gave it to. I appreciate you. Listen, thank you for sharing the gift. You the best, the Rebel Inc. 440 Shorty, Stacy 546, Disco Darren 1966, BTD Mom, LaWanda Baskerville, Kai Chick, Keisha Key, Tall Pumps, Mama Barnes, all of y'all out there doing that. Stacy Blessed One, thank you, sis. Kim Possible 711, Crazy Berry Town, Diesel 7041, and Shelly Thunder and the Rebel Inc. at the top of the list. Thank you so much for hosting the stream. I appreciate you. Now, this is your spiritual thought leader, and I'm out of here. Peace for your journey. Meet me at 2 o'clock for Reboot. My girls will be in here at 2 o'clock. Reboot.